Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Nice to have you all with me. Tonight, we're going to react to Luka's revenge game versus his ex-team, the Dallas Mavericks. And obviously, like this, it felt like he had something to prove to the Dallas Mavericks with his performance on Tuesday night. I was like, I had added this particular game to my phone's calendar. Luka versus the Lakers on February 25th was circled on my calendar. I mean, we knew this would be the most hyped regular season game. This game lived up to the hype for sure. I was most looking forward to Mavericks versus Lakers. I feel like Luka is already one of the biggest draws in the NBA. He's the person, if you turn on the TV when he's playing, like, I want to watch Luka, but the storyline in this one was that he was going up against his former team. Luka had 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists in his first game against the Dallas Mavericks since they traded him to the Los Angeles Lakers. This was his revenge game, and certainly Luka got revenge on the Mavericks in a 19-point triple-double performance. It was Luka's first triple-double with the Lakers on an emotional night. The Lakers won 107-99 over the Mavericks. The whole game felt personal. Every bucket in this game felt personal. This moment particularly, Luka had been waiting for. I think this was one of the most intriguing games because of the storylines. I think he was definitely out to make a statement. Last night, he put the entire NBA on notice. One of the loudest moments of the NBA season, a loud statement from Luka. I think he's proven that he's still a top 5 player in this league, even if the Mavs didn't see it that way and gave up on him because of his social habits. The reason the Mavericks traded him reportedly is because they had issues with Luka smoking hookah and drinking beer. There was the one video back in the playoffs last year, a video that showed Michael Finley taking away Luka's beer. And like I mentioned before, I don't care what Luka does on his own time. If what he's doing doesn't affect his ability to perform, then he can drink on nights he doesn't have games. It's when it starts to take over your life completely that it becomes a problem. You can't tell him what he can do or cannot do when he's not scheduled to travel with his team or show up to practice or show up for home games. As long as he's on time and as long as he's performing, Luka is grown. I would hope that he drinks responsibly and behave with dignity when nobody is watching the nights he's off the court. You know that your team is going to be better with Luka in the lineup, no question about it. And you think about what he can bring to this team and what he brings to the floor, the instincts he brings. They needed what Luka is bringing, a newfound confidence. You can just feel his presence and force. He's infusing the team with new energy. Luka Magic, that's what they're calling it around here. And over the last 2 games, Luka is reminding the NBA world why trading him was a mistake. A massive, massive mistake. The Lakers now have a big 3. You now have a player that can carry the load for 3 quarters. You now have a player who has that type of killer mindset that the Lakers were missing for a long time. I think they found it. They finally found it. And we're now seeing clearly what he brings to the table. It's obvious that he changed the entire dynamic. The knock on him was, oh, he is shooting bad, still not in good shape, his conditioning is not good. I'm just excited to see one of the best playmakers. I love what I saw last night from Luka and the Lakers. Everything about the Lakers is show. It's about him being able to produce and get it done. We can sit here and make a big thing about his conditioning. I'm not worried at all because the longer he's around LeBron, I think those issues go away. Being in the presence of a dedicated and disciplined veteran leader like that should have an influence. And I can already see that it has. You do need Luka to be in the best shape to be an elite offensive player. I think when he gets his legs up under him, he's going to be this unstoppable force that we saw in Dallas. And I also believe that this trade will actually bring out the best of Luka and make him condition himself in a way that Dallas couldn't. You really think the Lakers are going to let him get fat with those drinking habits? No. Got me thinking what it would look like if you add a couple more pieces to go with Luka and LeBron. And to be clear, the guy the Lakers traded for is a championship player. And now you have a chance to take on a different level when you have a top level player, even though he's fat and not in the best shape. At the end of the day, he's still making plays, rebounding, which is a big part of his game. And so with him on your team, you're well equipped in ways that matter most for serious dynamics when the playoffs come. Still have things to answer, no doubt about it, but at the top, they can still contend in the West if it comes to that. To play for a franchise like the Lakers and to team up with a guy in LeBron puts a chip on his shoulder, but he's handled it quite well and has fit in nicely, which is why we've been so high on him. He wasn't the best player on the floor, but his effort and focus were huge and very controllable. You can be upset about him not making shots, but he made a couple of big shots. This is the mentality that's going to keep Luka at the top of his game. That game last night said it all. Luka was in a world of his own. The world should take notice. You can see that look on his face last night. That was the look of, I'll get you for this. The face of a man who had his revenge. The laser focused glare like he's channeling MJ. When Luka got that intense stare in his eyes, you knew it was going down. That was pure emotion. It was personal. Given what happened and being blindsided by one of the wildest, shocking trades in NBA history, he took this game personally. He hits a deep three and turns and says hello to the Mavericks bench. I love how open he is about his feelings. He still looks shocked, hurt, and feels betrayed whenever he's asked about the trade. But at the same time, I think he loves being a Laker. And I'm really happy and excited for him. I'm not sure if it really hit him yet. And genuinely, how can any Laker fan not like this? And since coming over from that trade, he's made a noticeable impact. I thought last night was probably his best performance in a Lakers uniform. A good addition. I really like him for the future of this team. Once LeBron is gone, Luka will be the next guy to take over. That is why he's here. It's LA, but an environment where I know for sure he wants to be better. It's a great place to be, even playing as a Laker. I mean, even though playing as a Laker is harder than what people understand, you come here, you see all the names, the championship banners. The pressure of being a Laker can be stressful, but it's also a big motivation to be a part of something this historic. And so far, I think Luka has handled the pressure well now that he's a Laker. Luka was locked in, stared down Nico Harrison, Mavericks GM, reminding everyone why he was the heart and soul of the Dallas Mavericks. Great game last night, great win for the Lakers, a statement game for Luka. Man, what a night it was in LA. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate the love and support. Thanks for checking out the content. If you want more of this stuff, you guys know what to do. Hit the subscribe button. You guys can find me on a number of these platforms. You guys can find me on TikTok, the Sports Judge 85. You guys can find me on Instagram, Sports Judge 85, and check me out on Twitter as well, Sports Judge 85. And also check out my fan page on Facebook. Got a great page over there. I post sports memes. I talk sports all day. Check that stuff out as well. All these videos go on that page as well, so you guys can be locked in and know what's there all times of the day. Thank you guys, everyone. We'll talk again very soon. I'm checking out. Have a good night. Peace.